The parking required and provided here is all-inclusive of the hotel and the residential units, with 671 required and 763 provided. And parking has been a topic that's received a lot of attention lately, specifically related to the Museum Square development and parking in the downtown area generally. So city staff and the applicant, along with area business owners, have been working closely together over the last 12 months or so, studying parking in the area and working towards a plan that provides adequate private parking as well as additional public parking to be available in the area. This slide here represents the proposed private parking that will be associated with the development. Starting with the hotel, they do have a parking master plan that was submitted with the case, requesting a reduction to a ratio of 0.8 per unit, which is a reduction from 1.25 per unit. And the 0.8 is 152 spaces required. They're proposing 178, which is 26 spaces beyond what the parking master plan says will be adequate for the development. With regard to the residential condominiums on the southern part here, there will be 430 parking spaces provided on site, which is 37 spaces above what the code requires. And the apartment building will include 155 spaces, which is 29 spaces above what the code requires. This slide summarizes a lot of what we've heard is that the concern for parking in the area has to do with public parking, and that public parking being available and being efficient. So this slide shows some areas of city lots that we own that the city is committed to reconfiguring to provide additional public parking. So the first lot here to discuss is the Sagebrush Theater lot. The city is committed to reconfiguring this lot to include an additional 34 public spaces in that lot. And then the Artist School lot here will be reconfigured to include an additional 7 parking spaces. In addition, there is discussion about an additional below-grade structure on the Sagebrush lot that could potentially add another 99 spaces in that area, as well as a second below-grade level under the hotel. So the hotel will have one level for the private parking and then an additional level below that, which would include 160 public parking spaces. So in total, with these improvements, has a potential for 201 public spaces in addition to what's there currently, and that 201 is not including the potential 99 spaces if the below-grade garage was included on Sagebrush. This exhibit here is showing some additional on-street parking that's proposed to be provided. The developer has committed to and has been stipulated to provide 41 additional on-street parking spaces in addition to what is there today. These yellow areas here are identifying the areas adjacent to their development where they will provide those additional spaces by reconfiguring existing parallel spaces to angled spaces and providing parking where parking doesn't exist currently. In addition to the 41 spaces that they'll be constructing, the city is committed to providing an additional 42 on-street parking spaces in the area of the development. So that totals 83 new on-street parking spaces compared to what's there today. So a quick overall summary, the public parking that exists today, there's approximately 82 on-street spaces, 130 spaces in the garage under the Museum of the West. There's 127 in the surface lot that's south of 2nd, where the condominiums will be going, 56 in the Artist School parking lot, and 57 in the Sagebrush Theater surface lot. So that totals 452 parking spaces today. And then after the development with the new proposed parking, 165 on-street would be provided, 130 still in the Museum of the West garage, 160 in the Museum Square Hotel public lot level, 63 at the Artist School lot, and 91 in the Sagebrush Theater. So that totals 609 parking spaces, which is an increase of 157 from what's out there today. And again, that doesn't include the 99 potential stalls that could be in a below grade level at the Stage Brush Theater.